the nationalistic mood upsurge in 1945, end part November, December and January, and 46 January, February first part. That frightened British and also Gandhi, Nehru's and Muslim League, because the nationalist spirit is against their vested interests.
See, Nehru himself.
Because in that background, naturally, the power of the country will be handed over to natural way to the more nationalist persons.
Nehru himself has said this.
Yes.
I am amazed how this movement has emerged. Now, what I did here, you see, saying is one thing that a movement has emerged, but not describing the movement. No historian tried to describe it. I have put up 125 cities in this new book. What was happening? From Peshawar to Dera Ismail Khan, to Trichy, to Bangalore, to Madurai, to Guwahati, all these places.
Also in the background,
Of
the
what was-
Singapore, Java, all these things.
What is it? No, I've shown foreign countries also.
Foreign countries.
I've shown foreign countries also. What is happening in that? So what I have done is that one is that I have tried to create show this awakening part in that. Then what is happening? Strikes, within quotes, what the British called riots, protests,
Riots.
uprisings. Now, one of my major finds in this is that this November 45 student protests and the killings which took place where
In
there-
Calcutta,
Calcutta.
30 students were killed.
These never died down. They are there in January 46 also. Then again February 46 also. And some place or the other in the country this is happening everywhere. It's going on.
And before that, secret killings of the INS soldiers in the prison cells.
That
In
is
different classes,
that is
different
one,
chapters.
but Nilganj is one. These people didn't even raise a voice on the Nilganj also. Now the question here is what the British did. They decide that the only way for a honourable retreat from them is to allure the Congress leadership.
Yes.
That they come on the negotiating table.
Yes.
Now you see the beautiful timing, you see. Because when you write history, the most challenging part is to correlate
Yes.
different things which are happening. See, no one correlated it. In March, Nehru was to Singapore,
Yes.
46. Okay. On the eve of declaration of the cabinet mission coming to India. Don't forget that.
Yes.
People forget that. He goes there, he becomes pally with Mountbatten. Mountbatten himself has said in his Trinity College interview, plus on the forward
And
of
a special relationship
Lakshmi.
build up between
He
with
said-
Edwina,
He said that. And
and sharing of the INA treasure loot, all this in the background.
I'm giving you the sequence.
The background.
The first thing he says is that Nehru agreed not to go to that memorial,
Yes.
which he had lost. And from here, he agreed, and from here started the friendship between me, him, and Edwina. And there's another thing, remember here, people don't remember that Mountbatten had a mental problem in relation to INA. Because Azad Hind Sarkar was the only government which did not surrender to
Did not surrender.
the
Only
Azad Hind
government.
Fauj was the only Fauj which didn't officially ever surrender. You know, bits and pieces,
Yes.
whatever has happened there. There's another incident which people don't take into account. Satyadev Sahai, the intelligence officer, used to remain with Netaji. After the retreat from Rangoon, and when the British had taken over Rangoon, they were supposed to have a victory parade there. And Satyadev Sahai was assigned this task that this parade should not take place, his parade is to be failed. And Satyadev Sahai planted some bombs in that ground, which bombs blasted and the parade could never be. The favor boasted in March 46 about the victory parade in Delhi. I said, how did it go unopposed? And now when I look at the documents, the students protested, marched, the town hall, some places were burnt, there was police firing on the students. This was 4th March 1946. This kind of. Now, once they started, Nehru is sent there in March. He comes back. He hit certain things. I'm going to repeat it here. In April, Nehru is made imposed as the president of the Congress.
Yes.
And we all know how he was imposed. In my last book also I mentioned how Netaji's name had also come up. And it was injected on the ground that he is no more a Forana member. It was not said that he is not alive. Go there. Then you see that the Congress presidentship is always changed in the Congress session when it is. This time the presidentship was taken away from Maulana Azad on 26th in the month of May itself. And Maulana Azad wrote to Gandhi that you are not trusted. And why I am saying this? Because in 47, June, Gandhi makes a speech in Birla, Delhi, where he says, people are asking me, will there be a change of leadership as independence is coming? We need a Cambridge-educated hero boy to deal with the British.
In this time, important letter going from ashram of Gandhi to Washington, Louis Fisher, where his secretary is writing, if boss comes with the help of Moscow, will not be in a position to deal with anyone else.
And no, there are very interesting military intelligence reports from Patna, where they say that Bose is an eye. And if you look at the speeches of the leaders of Congress of Central Provinces, which are reported by the governor of Central Provinces, he's saying that in all their speeches they are talking of a violent revolution. They are talking of a much more stronger revolution than 1942.
Yes.
They are talking of an armed revolution.
And
they are
stronger than in 1857.
They are saying that the army will join us. You see, even this naval uprising, first let me complete this. So this sequence moves on of luring them on the tables. And suddenly you see all these top Congress leaders. Anywhere, even if the school teachers are going on strike for their wages or something, or the tram walas are going for their strike, they will jump in there. No strike is needed now.
No strike.
And they will say this strike doesn't have the approval of the Congress, as if they are the takedar of this country for everything and every protest related to that. This is what they are doing everywhere.
Also in the
same students whom they used in the 42 or 30 or 20 movement, they are telling the students not to protest, not to come out, not to shout slogans. You see, the first statement of Gandhi, I tell you, is when Aruna Asaf Ali challenged Gandhi. She said that, look, Hindus and Muslims are fighting together. Why don't you come out and lead the movement? And he says they join hands at barricades. And she says they can join hands at barricades. But not only this. She writes that whole this Gandhi's assumption is a false assumption. People are fed up, people want independence, and for that people are prepared to do anything they want to do. This is what the mood of the people is coming in the country. And what Gandhi says, after the naval thing, from near Pune, he had gone to a place, and from Pune he makes a statement. Forcing someone to shout the slogan of Jai Hind is a nail in the coffin of Swaraj. Can you believe these words?
Yes. Moreover, in that document, you will find the National Times of India in fortnightly INA review. There, in the record, British intelligence is recording in ashram of Gandhi, he is shouting against his disciples who are praising Gandhi, and he is telling, if you sing the song of Netaji and INA, where will be my Gandhism? Where is my ideology? My non-violence?
I tell you, his frustration is so much that when Colonel Dhillon meets him, so Colonel Dhillon says Jai Hind. Then Gandhi says Jai Hind. Then Gandhi says, अब तो सब कुछ जय हिंद ही हो गया. Now everything has become.
How was frustration?
So Dhillon took it as a compliment. I said, no, this was not a compliment. This was a very damn sarcastic comment on Jai Hind.
Yes,
Now people are not saying Gandhi Baba ki Jai.
Yes.
You see, these shameless people got the slogans done on 15th August 1947. Mountbatten ki Jai. Lard Sahab ki Jai.
Pandit Mountbatten ki Jai. Yes.
Lard Sahab ki Jai.
Yes.
Achha, then the beautiful thing I found in this was, they started luring and they have faith on Nehru. There are ample Webber's writings now. We can depend on them. So Nehru is sent to Singapore. The meeting comes, he comes back. And then, and then this I told you, Maulana Nehru is made and he's. Now I ask you one very interesting question I ask here. These people attack Savarkar. Okay. In whose name you took the oath as Prime Minister on the interim government? King. In how many sessions of Congress, I have to find that exact period, but till 1999 I'm sure, they used to upload the Union Jack and sing God Save the King.
God save.
God Save the King. They used to do that. And then